Hey folks, welcome back to another thrilling episode where we unravel the mysteries of ancient times. Tonight, we're diving into the wild and wonderful world of Roman mythology. Get ready for a journey through time where gods, monsters, and heroes collide in epic tales. Buckle up because we're talking about Cacus, a creature so bizarre, he makes Bigfoot look like a house pet. Imagine a monster so strange it defies all logic and reason. This fire-breathing, cattle-thieving cave dweller is the stuff of legends, and trust me, you're gonna want to hear this. Picture a dark, eerie cave where Cacus lurked, waiting to pounce on unsuspecting victims. We're talking ancient Rome, people. A time when myths and reality intertwined, creating stories that have stood the test of time. Gladiators, emperors, and a monster who could put even the fiercest lion to shame. Cacus was no ordinary beast. He was a force to be reckoned with. Cacus wasn't your average mythological baddie. He was a unique blend of terror and intrigue, a character that captured the imagination of ancient Romans. He was something else entirely, a creature that breathed fire and stole cattle, leaving chaos in his wake. So grab your togas and your sense of humor because we're about to meet the most hilariously awkward creature in Roman mythology. I can't wait to get started today. But before we begin, if you like this kind of content, please like the video, comment below, and subscribe to my channel. Also, let me know if you have any suggestions for topics you want to see in a video in the comments below. Now, let's dive in. Legend has it he was the son of Vulcan, the Roman god of fire. Talk about a chip off the old block, right? You'd think he'd follow in his father's fiery footsteps, except instead of crafting awesome weapons for the gods, Cacus preferred a more rustic lifestyle. We're talking a cave on the Aventine Hill, overlooking the future site of Rome. Can you imagine the rent prices? Probably a steal back then, but not exactly prime real estate today. Anyway, Cacus wasn't exactly winning any Son of the Year awards. He was messy, grumpy, and had a weird thing for collecting cow skeletons. Not exactly what you'd call a people person. He preferred the company of his skeletal collection over actual human interaction, more like a people-eating person, but we'll get to that later. You see, Cacus had a dark side that made him infamous in Roman mythology. His story takes a turn when he crosses paths with none other than Hercules. Yes, the Hercules. Their encounter was nothing short of legendary, involving stolen cattle, a fierce battle, and ultimately, Cacus meeting his demise. But before we dive into that epic showdown, let's explore more about Cacus's peculiar habits and his eerie cave dwelling. His cave was filled with strange artifacts and bones, making it a place of fear and mystery for the locals. Villagers would often tell tales of the monstrous Cacus, warning others to stay far away from his lair. So what drove Cacus to such a reclusive and sinister lifestyle? Was it his lineage, or something more? One day, the Greek hero Hercules, you might know him as Hercules, came strolling through town with a herd of super valuable cattle. These weren't just any cattle, they were the prized cattle of Geryon, a fearsome giant Hercules had defeated as part of his 10th labor. He just finished one of his legendary labors and needed a nap. So Hercules found a shady spot, laid down his mighty club and drifted off to sleep, confident that his hard-earned cattle were safe. Bad timing, Hercules, because Cacus, a notorious thief and a fire-breathing giant, saw those cattle and thought, dinner. Cacus wasn't your typical cattle rustler. He was a monstrous creature who lived in a cave on the Aventine Hill. He didn't just steal the cows, he dragged them backward into his cave to confuse anyone who might come looking. Why? Maybe he thought it would throw off the scent? Hercules, however, was no ordinary tracker. When Hercules woke up and discovered his cattle missing, he was furious. He quickly picked up the scent and followed the trail straight to Cacus's cave, ready to reclaim what was rightfully his. In conclusion, the legend of Cacus is a fascinating blend of myth and history. From his fiery origins to his cave-dwelling antics, Cacus remains one of Rome's most bizarre and entertaining cryptids. His story reminds us that even in ancient times, people loved a good tale of mischief and mayhem, so next time you're in Rome, keep an eye out for any signs of Cacus. You never know what you might find.